Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to John D. Andrini Field for this afternoon's baseball action. Kiski Cougars hosting the Obama Academy from Pittsburgh. Last night, Kiski was in action, suffered a 12-2 loss against visiting Marion Center. When we closed up shop up here last night, Braden, we didn't think we'd get this game in. It was supposed to rain. The rain held off, and we're basking in the sunshine, huh? It is very humid, and I think the rain is going to come later on, but I don't think it's going to hit until after game time here. So hopefully we can get this thing completed before it gets here. Coaches are at home plate exchanging lineups. I do not have the lineup for Obama Academy yet. Once I get that, I will announce that for everybody. Today's lineup for Kiski Cougars, a little shakeup in the batting order. Leading off today for the. No, there's. He said he got. Here's a whole nother dozen. Here's a whole nother dozen right here. Here's a whole nother dozen right here. Yeah. So today's lineup for Kiski Cougars, leading off and playing center field, number 6, Brandon Abreu. Batting second, be number 16, doing the pitching for the Cougars today, Cy Zufall. Batting third, catcher, number 13, Tyler Hahn. Hitting cleanup today will be the third baseman, number 9, Owen Sinclair. Batting fifth will be shortstop, number 11, Fielding Strauss. Batting sixth will be first baseman, number 8, Wade Collins. Batting seventh will be second baseman, number 2, Parker Hanna. Justin Urban's going to get the start today in right field, and he'll bat eighth wearing number 22. I don't believe that was his number. I think Justin is actually number 15. Make sure that they have that in the book correctly, please. They have Justin here as number 22, but he's actually wearing 15. Make sure that they have that correct in the book, or could probably like. And batting ninth for the Cougars today will be number 3, left fielder Logan Gates. So for visiting Obama Academy, their lineup will be number 12. I don't have first names and I apologize, but number 12, Myers, will lead off and play right field. And then Batting second for Obama will be Rawlings, and he'll be wearing number 2 and playing shortstop. Batting third for Obama Academy will be number 14 and playing center field, and will be C. Eom. Again, I apologize for not having first names. Nothing was given to me. Batting fourth for Obama will be the catcher, number 88, Gray. Batting fifth for Obama will be the second baseman, Johns. He'll wear number 71. Batting sixth for Obama will be L. Eom. Yeah, I got this. And he'll be playing first base, L. Eom. He'll be wearing number 77. Batting seventh will be Lazeski, playing third base, wearing number 15. Lazecki, that is. I apologize. Number 15, third baseman. And I'll give you the rest of the lineup when I have a chance. So Zufall is going to start the game for the Cougars, and he's on the mound facing Myers, right fielder for Obama, and he's left-handed hitter, and he's going to lead off, and he's going to take high for ball 1. He counts 1-0. Zufall with the pitch. Ground ball to Strauss. Myers hustling down the baseline, and he beats it out for an infield single. Ground ball fielded in the hole by Strauss. But Myers hustles it down to first base line, and he's on base for a leadoff single. And Obama has leadoff man on. Collins will hold him on at first base, and Rawlings, shortstop for Obama, is now at the plate. Ball low, and Myers will steal second easily, putting a runner in scoring position for Obama Academy. Zufall working from the stretch, gets his signs from the catcher Hahn and delivers. Myers on the play was running, and he gets in the third on the steal. Hahn threw down. Would have been a close play if fielded cleanly, but I don't know. He had a pretty big jump. We'll give him a stolen base on that. 2-0 on the count as that ball was high. And now Obama has a runner 90 feet away with nobody out here in the top of the first. Rollins swings through a fastball, and now the count is 2-1. Zufall gets the signs, comes set, throws strike, call, inside corner, right at the top of the zone. Zufall evens the count at 2-2. Here he pays off pitch, and that looked good. Looked good. Must have been a little down. And now it's a full count. There's a makeup call for the one before. Unfortunately. So Zufall with the payoff pitch, and there's a line drive right over the glove of second baseman Parker. And that'll bring home Myers for the first run of the day. Sharp line drive. Looked like Hannah had it, but it went right over his glove in the right field. And Rawlings has a single. First two batters for Obama reach base. Myers come around to score after two stolen bases. And a sharp line drive single by Rawlins. C. Eam at the plate. Swings through a fastball. Throw by down on the steal from Hahn. High. And Rawlings is in scoring position. And Obama is using their speed and athleticism push the pace here today. Zufall is going to step off. Wind is kicking up here, and dust is getting in everybody's eyes. Rawlins gets a nice lead from second. Ian takes a 0-1 pitch high, and now it's 1-1 on the count. Zufall working from the stretch. Delivers. Nice off speed. Had Ian out in front on a low off speed pitch. And now it's 1-2. Zufall shakes off the catcher, Hahn. Now he's got something that he likes. Fastball outside. 2-2. Apparently the C is for Clark. So Clark Eam at the plate. Soft ground ball to the pitcher, Zufall. He's just going to run it over and toss it to Collins at first for the out. Rawlins advances to third on the play. One out now on the top of the first. And Gray, number 88, catcher for Obama, up to bat. Rawlins 90 feet away with less than 2 outs. So Obama still has golden opportunity to score another run. Zufall delivers. Swung right through a fastball. The count is 0-1. Zufall's going to step off. I think he's just getting a bunch of dust in his eyes. Fouled back to the screen by Gray. Zufall's ahead in the count, 0-2. Rawlings standing at third after a single stolen base, and he advanced on a ground ball out by Clark Eam. Zufall taking his time, and now Gray calls timeout, steps out of the box. Zufall comes set and delivers. High breaking ball. It's 1-2. Another ball high. Counts even at 2-2. Zufall with the pitch. Right at the knees. Gray didn't like it, but it caught the front knee. And that's going to be a strikeout looking for Zufall. And that's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up second baseman number 71, Johns. That's Johnson, apparently. Zufall starts out with a foul ball, strike one. Another. Oh, man. Where was that? Must have been down. Counts 1-1. Johnson standing in the back of the box. Strike down the middle. It's 1-2. 2 out. See if Zufall can get out of this with only the 1 run being scored. Rollins with an RBI single. Bringing in Myers for the Obama run. Ball down. Nice job by Hahn to block it so it didn't get by. Obama looks like they have some good athletes with some speed here. We don't want them running us ragged here, Braden. You know what I mean? Looks like they could have a track team. And he's going. And he stepped. Can't argue a balk. Zufall was called for a balk. If he steps off the mound, it's not a balk. Called him with a balk. So Rollins comes in from third to score the second run of the game for Obama. Zufall was called for a balk. And now Johnson is still 2-2 on the count. There's the pitch, high for ball 3. Full count on the hitter Johnson. Swings through a high fastball. Zufall does get out of the inning. Not before 2 runs come across for Obama. 2-0 Obama after the top of the first. We'll be back right after this short break. So welcome back here to John D. Andrini Field. Cougars set the bat in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0. Mullen will be the pitcher for Obama Academy, number 44. And he'll be facing the top of the lineup, Abreu, Zufall, and Hahn for the Cougars. If anybody gets on, Owen Sinclair would be up next. First inning had Myers hitting a sharp single to start the game. Stole second, stole third, or actually had a infield single deep into the hole, and then the sharp single by Rollins brought him in. Actually, you know, it was a sharp single, but it was right over the glove of Hannah that 2 years from now, Hannah will make that catch. Right now, he didn't. He's young. He's a young guy. He'll learn. So Abreu's going to step into the box, lead off for the Cougars. Apparently Mullen's first name is Jack. Mullen delivers, and Abreu takes it right off the knee, and he'll be aboard to lead off the inning for the Cougars. I think he got hit the other night too, didn't he? So Zufall comes up to bat, and Abreu will take his lead from first. He might stay still for a minute or two. I mean, that hit him right on the side of the knee. Secondary lead, and Zufall's ahead of the slow off-speed pitch. It's 0-1 on the count. Abreu does get a big lead over at first. Mullen checking. Doesn't go anywhere. Ball in the dirt. And Abreu's going to advance easily to second. And the count's now 1-1. Zufall step back into the box. Counts even at 1. Abreu on second for Kiski. Mullen delivers, and Zufall fouls it off the end of the bat. Still looked like he was a little bit out in front of that. Caught it off at the end of the bat for a foul. And it's 1-2 in the count. Mullen gets his signs from the catcher, Gray, and he delivers. Ball short of the plate. And Abreu takes off on the ball in the dirt and advances easily. Now the Cougars have a runner in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the first, or the bottom of the first. So let's see if the Cougars can match Obama and get a run in here. 2-2 on the count to Zufall. There's the pitch by Mullen. Ball down, and now it's a full count. Hahn on deck for the Cougars. And Abreu standing 90 feet away with Zufall at the plate. Full count. Here's the pitch by Mullen. And a sharp ground ball to shortstop Rollins. He gets it over to the first baseman, Yum. But Abreu's able to come home with the first run of the day for the Cougars. It's now 2-1. Now batting number 13, Tyler Hahn, catcher for the Cougars. He's been hot lately. He's driven a couple doubles in the past few games. Hard chopper to shortstop Rollins. Nice play by Rollins, getting a hustling Hahn at first for the second out of the inning. Rollins, 2 nice defensive plays for Obama here in the bottom of the first. Good looking shortstop out there. He had the RBI single also for Obama. Sinclair, third baseman for the Cougars, now at the plate. And Mullen from the windup. Slow breaking ball, bounces. It's ball 1. Sinclair had a long fly ball double into the left center gap to start the game last night in the first inning. See what he can hit here. Ball outside, and it's 2-0. Sinclair ahead in the count. High chopper to third baseman. He's not going to be able to scoop that. Gets by him, and Sinclair is going to make it down to first. Put another runner on for the Cougars. Cougars seem to be out in front of the pitches by Mullen. Throwing a little slower than, I guess, what they faced last night, but they are way out in front of everything. Strauss, shortstop for the Cougars, now at the plate. Sinclair gets a nice lead over there, and you can't fake the. Did he step off? Did he step off? You can't fake the first. That's a balk. You're not allowed to fake the first. If he didn't step off, that was a balk. You're allowed to fake throw to every base except for first. You're not allowed to fake pickoff throw to first. That was a balk, and they didn't call that. Ball to Strauss. Now the count's 1-1. Strike. Belt high down the middle. Might have been on the outside corner, but either way, it looked nice. That's strike two. 1-2 count to Strauss. Sinclair at first. And he's off and running. Ball inside, and Sinclair's going to steal that easily. No throw down by the catcher, Gray. And now Cougars have another man in scoring position. 2 balls, 2-strike count. Fielding Strauss with 2 out. Sinclair, ball in the dirt. And Sinclair off and running. No way. They called him out. Called him out. It looked like he slid around the tag there. But the umpire called him out. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning for the Cougars. And they're not benefiting from any of these controversial calls, that's for sure. So after 1, Obama Academy 2, Kiski Cougars 1, and we'll be back for the top of the 2nd right after this short break. So you're not allowed to fake throw to first with the runner on. That's an automatic balk. That was a balk there. They called the other balk, but they didn't call that balk. I mean, you're allowed to fake to all the other bases, yeah. So ready for the top of the 2nd. Cy Zufall back on the mound for the Cougars, and Luke. I was going to say, I bet you his name's Luke. I was going to say, I swear, that's what I was going to say. No, I didn't. No. Luke Eam, first baseman, number 77, up for Obama, and he strokes one to right field, and that's going to be over the head of Justin Urban out there. He's going to track it down in the right center gap, and Eam with a loud double to start the inning for Obama. Over the head of Urban in right. And Lazecki, third baseman, now up for Obama. Ball high, counts 1-0. Hannah holding him on second, keeping him tight. Strike delivered by Zufall, and now the count's 1-1. Another strike. Lazecki checked his swing, but it was definitely right on the outside corner there. Counts 1-2. Zufall got his sign from Hahn, and he delivers. Ball down, and it's 2-2. Two and two pitch from Zufall. Strike three. Caught him looking. I don't have 26's name. Slope or Shope? Is that Shope? So 26. Shope steps in as a pinch hitter, and he delivers a single to right field, and that's going to bring Eam around to score the third run of the day for Obama. So Shope had to pinch hit for Brazier, left fielder. He steps to the plate and delivers a RBI single. Now Jack Mullen, pitcher for Obama, is going to be up to bat. So one out here in the top of the second. Shope gets his lead from first. Strike one. Mullen swung through a fastball. Zufall put a little extra on that one. Counts 0-1. Brings another fastball. And it's 0-2 on the count. Mullen let that one go right down the middle, belt high. Shope with his lead, and Zufall steps off. So reset everything. Shope gets his lead again. Zufall's got his sign, and he delivers. Ball low, and Shope takes off. And Hahn throws down to Strauss, and he's got him out at second. Tagged him on the helmet. Nice throw by Hahn. Shope's caught stealing for the second out of the inning. So 1-2 count with 2 out, nobody on for Mullen. This will be a big out, and there's a strike right at the knees. And Zufall gets out of the inning after giving up an RBI single to Shope. And we'll start the bottom of the second right after this short break. Cougars trailing 3-1. We'll be back. getting set for the bottom of the second. And Cougars will be up to bat with number 11, Fielding Strauss will lead off for the Cougars this inning, followed by Collins and Hannah. Justin Urban will come to the plate if anybody gets on. And Jack Mullen, number 44, will continue pitching for Obama. Strauss digs in. Mullen's going to work from the windup. There's the pitch. Ball high. Counts 1-0 on Strauss. Strauss was up to bat in the top of the first when one of the Cougars got caught on the bases for the third out, so he gets a new at bat to lead off the second, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. Mullen look 3-0 on the count. Mullen winds and delivers. There's a strike. Looked like a slow off-speed pitch just to get it into the zone. It's 3-1. Strauss in the back of the box for the Cougars. Mullen winds and delivers. Ball inside. And Fielding Strauss is going to work a leadoff walk for the Cougars. Now they'll bring up number 8, Wade Collins, first baseman for the Cougars. Strauss gets his lead. And Mullen delivers. Ball low, gets past the catcher Gray. And Strauss is going to hustle into second, round the base. But Gray gets it in back to the pitcher. Strauss is going to stay at second. 1-0 on the count. Collins way up in the front of the box. I would look for a bunt here. He does square, but he pulls back. Called strike on the pitch. It's 1-1. Step. He's still creeping up in the front of the box. That still might be on, and it is. Bunt down the third base line, fielded by Mullen. And he's going to fire it over to Luke Eam at first to get the out. Collins made it close. They got him by about a step. But Strauss was able to advance to third. Nice sack bunt by Wade Collins of the Cougars. And it gives the Cougars a runner at third with less than 2 out. With Parker Hanna, second baseman, at the plate. Strike. And it counts 0-1. Mullen delivers, ball in the dirt. Nice pick by Gray to keep it in front of him. Keeping Strauss there at third base. 1-1. Mullen working from the stretch. Comes set and delivers. Nice off speed, and Hanna was a little bit out in front of that low pitch. And it's 1-2. Just need a ground ball to the second baseman right now to get a run in. Hanna didn't like it, and he held off it, and it was called a ball. And now it's 2-2. Mullen with the 2-2 delivery, and Hannah swings over the top, and that's the second out of the inning for the Cougars. Stepping up to the plate now, right fielder number 15, Justin Urban. Strauss still at third, 90 feet away for the Cougars. Urban, high chopper to the third baseman. He's hustling down the first base line, but third baseman Lazicki gets it over to first baseman Luke Eam, and that's the third out of the inning. And that'll end the inning. So after two, Obama 3, Kiski 1. We'll be back for the top of the third right after this short break. So here we are at John D. Andrini Field getting ready for the top of the third inning. Kiski trailing Obama Academy 3-1. The leadoff man for Obama, Meyer. Right fielder for Obama, Caleb Meyer, up to bat. Meyer had a infield single to shortstop in the first inning. Showed some real nice speed beating out the infield single. Now he hits a long fly ball to center fielder Abreu, and he was turned around, and Meyer's looking to go to third, and the ball's going to get by out of play, and he's going to come around to score the fourth run of the day for Obama Academy. Long fly ball to the center field. Abreu got turned around, couldn't make the play, and it ends up being a triple. And then the ball was overthrown on the way back in, allowing Meyer to score. Now Sinclair fields a ground ball by Rawlins, gets it over to Collins. Collins does a nice job of fielding the high throw and tagging the runner, Rawlings, for the first out of the inning. But again, Rawlins shown his athleticism on the bases, scoring easily on that triple with the overthrow. So now Clark Eam, center fielder for Obama, up to the bat. And Zufall gets him to pop a high fly ball out foul territory on the right side. Collins works himself over and does catch it in play And that'll be the second out of the inning for the Cougars. Brings up catcher Gray, number 88. Zufall winds, delivers, strike. 0-1 on Gray. Collins made a nice play on that ball. Strike two. Gray's not liking the calls of the umpire, but it looked good to me. I don't know what he's looking at. 0-2. Zufall high. And it's 1-2 on the count. Zufall from the windup. And he delivers. Ball down. And he called strike. And that's the third out of the inning. But not before Obama brings across another run. And they take a 4-1 lead into the bottom of the third. And we'll be back right after this short break. So back for the bottom of the third inning here at John D. Andrini Field. Cougars trailing 4-1. And they're going to have Logan Gates, number 9 hitter, and then it's going to flip back to the top with Abreu and Zufall, followed by Hahn if anybody gets on. Cougars trailing by 3. Let's see if they can get something started. They've been out in front of most of the pitches so far today. They need to just be a little bit more patient. Logan Gates, left fielder, number 3 for Cougars up the plate. Takes a strike. Outer half of the plate at the knees, and the count's 0-1. Gates fouls the next pitch back, and it's 0-2. This is his 4th year, right? Logan's a 4-year guy. Logan's a 4-year guy. I should have known that. Grandpap John and Lombardo was a long-time Kiski employee. He was the language teacher. His wife Jerry also worked up here at Kiski. Now he volunteers his time at the Point Street every once in a while. So Gates even in the count, 2-2. And Mullins going to work from the windup, gets his sign and delivers. Gates, sharp ground ball to shortstop Rollins, and he gets it over to Luke Eam in time. Gates hustled down the line, made it close, but Rollins made a play. So Rollins and Meyer seem to be pretty solid players for Obama. Defensively, Rollins has put in a couple nice plays so far today. So Abreu up to the plate, and he swings over the top of a slow off-speed pitch. And it's 0-1 on the count. Looks like we're going to have a delay in something. I, what's he asking? I don't even know what he's asking. I mean, I don't make that call. Abreu, high fly ball, deep center field. Clark Eam under it. And that's the second out of the inning. Nice ride by Abreu. Not deep enough to get it out of here because we don't have a fence, but Eam camped under that one, made a second out of the inning for Obama. And now Cy Zufall will step to the plate for Kiski. In fact, there's Mr. Lombardo sitting up there in the bleachers, and Jerry, they are here. So, yes, he is. So, Zufall to the plate, 2 out in the inning. He takes a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Mullen. Line drive over to shortstop Rollins' head into left field. And Zufall is on with a 2-out single. Shop, left fielder, got it back in quickly. Courtesy runner going to come in for Zufall, the pitcher. And we're not sure who's going to be the, who is it? Oh, there he is. 17, Ben Dunkelberger. And the run for Zufall. Modest lead over there. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Ball high on Hahn, the Cougar catcher, number 13. Batting third today in the lineup for the Cougars. Pounds one into the dirt, and Rollins is going to field it easy. High throw, and it's going to pull the first baseman, Eam, off the bag. And that might be the miscue the Cougars need to get back into this game, as Quadzilla Owen Sinclair is coming to the plate. So cleanup hitter Sinclair to the plate with 2 guys on, 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Big at bat here for the Cougars. Let's see if they can get back into it with a big hit by Sinclair. And he rockets one high over the center fielder's head into the gap. And Dunkelberger's going to come around to score easily. And Hahn will truck into third on a nice single by Sinclair. And Quadzilla came through. 4-2 now, Cougars trail. They, with number 11, shortstop fielding Strauss coming to the plate. Cougars still got some action out here on the base paths. Hahn at third, Sinclair at first, runners at the corners, 2 out. Fielding Strauss, number 11, sophomore, at the plate. Big hole on the right side. Fouled off. And Strauss looked like he was a little bit in front of that one. Got it off the end of the bat. And it's 0-1 in the count. Cougars are cooking here in the third. Strauss, let's see if he can deliver. Ball down, and it's 1-1. Cougars are cooking. Let's see if Strauss can deliver that meal, Mr. Clark. What do you think? They like to eat a lot of pizza. We need a pizza delivery right now. And Sinclair goes. He's going to take second easily. Throw by Gray. They weren't really trying to throw down. I think they had a play on, but they didn't really do much with it. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Cougars. Strauss at the plate, ahead in the count, 2-1. Big hit here could tie the game. Strike, low outside corner. And now the count's evened at 2. 2 outs. 4-2. Obama with the lead, but the Cougars have 2 in scoring position. Pitcher Mullen steps off the rubber. Now he back on. He's still working from the stretch. Gets his signs from Gray. He delivers the pitch. Ball high, and it gets past Gray. And Hahn's going to come across for the third Cougar run. And Sinclair is going to advance to third. And now it's full count. 3-2 on the count. Strauss at the plate with 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Cougars pulled within 1. Got a guy 90 feet away. Full count on Strauss. Mullen. He's going to deliver the payoff pitch. And Strauss, high chopper to the shortstop. And he can't field it cleanly. And Strauss is going to be on with an infield single. And that ties the game, bringing home Sinclair from third. And it's now 4-4. So Strauss, nice at bat. Didn't hit it hard, but he hit it right where he needed to. Just a high chopper over the pitcher's head. And Rollins has displayed good defense at shortstop for Obama today. He would have had to make a spectacular play to make that one. And there's a ball in the dirt, gets past Gray, and Strauss is going to get into scoring position. And now the Cougars got a guy at second. Count's 1-0, and batter Wade Collins, first baseman, up to the plate. Collins, senior, 2-year guy for the Cougars. Takes the ball outside, and it's 2-0. Looks like Mullins lost it a little bit. After 2 quick outs to start the inning, the Cougars have 4 straight guys on base scoring 3 runs. Chopped foul by Collins. The count's now 2-1. Little 2-out magic here. Cougars 3 runs and 2 outs with nobody on. Pulling a nice rally here. Strauss takes his lead from second, but he's going to walk back because Mullen stepped off the mound. Everybody's reset. Pitch to Collins. Down low, and it's 3-1. Mullen. He's laboring a little bit here in the bottom of the third. 3-1 pitch to Collins. Swings through it, low on the outside corner. Pulled off it just a little bit. And now counts full at 3-2. 3-2 on Collins. Big opening over there on the right side of the infield. Collins swings through, pitch at the belt for strike 3, and that was the end of the inning. But the Cougars crossed the plate 3 times in the bottom of the third. And they pull even 4-4 with Obama Academy. And we'll be coming back with the top of the 4th right after this short break. So back here at John D. Andrini Field, good ball game between Obama Academy and Kiski Cougars. Tied at 4, heading into the 4th inning. Obama jumped out to a 4-1 lead, and the Cougars just posted 3 in the bottom of the 3rd to even that score. Right now, we're kind of hoping we make this a complete game because we're getting warnings of severe weather heading our way. Last night, we didn't even think we were going to get this one in, right? I mean, yesterday we were all saying that this game was going to be canceled before it even started. But the rain had held off, and it was sunshine all day, but it's coming our way now, huh? What's that, Braden? I imagine they'll hold it off for a little bit, but I'm not. Maybe a delay for a little bit, but it'll depend on how hard it comes down. So second baseman Johnson up to bat, and he takes the first 2 for ball from Zufall, and it's 2-0 in the count on the second baseman Johnson. Low crouch. He's a high fly ball deep to right field. Urban's under it. And he makes the catch on a long fly ball to deep right field. Urban had me worried a little bit right there. It didn't look like he had that too secured, but he put the glove up at the last second and had it. Fooled us all, right? Fooled us all. So 1 out, and Luke Eam up to bat. He hit a long double to right his first time up. Swings through a low fastball from Zufall and behind 0-1. Then he swings through a fastball at the letters, and it's now 0-2. So Zufall from the windup, he rocks and delivers. Nice off-speed pitch, catches him looking, and that's second out of the inning for Zufall. 3 straight strikes. Those were all strikes. I don't know why they would even argue that. That was definitely a strike. So third baseman Lazicki is now up to bat. 2 out here in the top of the 4th. Zufall going to work from the windup. Lazicki's a big boy. Made a nice play earlier in the game. Nice defensive play on a slow roller to him. Came in barehanded it and got it over to first, but he swings through a high fastball and he's behind 1-1, but now he takes one inside and it's 1-1 on the count. 2 out, top of the 4th. Wind's kicking up, but it looks like it's blowing in. Zufall delivers, strike, and it's 1-2. gives the sign. Zufall shaking. Lazicki takes time and steps out of the box. Zufall and Hahn couldn't agree on what they wanted, but now he's got what he wants. He delivers the 1-2 and gets Lazicki on a high fastball, swings right through it. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Zufall. Nobody on. 1-2-3 inning for the Cougars. You don't say that very often around these parts, but it's nice to say it when you can, right? It's nice to say it when you can, Coach O'Shea. How you doing? Coach O'Shea joins us in the booth. So the Cougars, let's see if they can continue their momentum after they scored 3 to tie it up in the bottom of the third, and they'll be up for the bottom of the fourth right after this short break. Back for the bottom of the fourth, Parker Hanna, second baseman for the Cougars, going to lead off the inning. And Mullen still on the mound for Obama. Ball down. It counts 1-0. Cougars will have Hanna, Urban, and Gates due up this inning. And then it'll flip over to the top if anybody gets on. Hanna digs in. 1-0 count delivered by Mullen, and it hits Hanna right in the small of the back, and that couldn't have felt that good. I mean, he doesn't have the cushion like I got back there, Coach O'Shea. You know what I mean? That would have just been like hitting a pillow if you hit me, right? Poor Mr. Hanna. He doesn't have the cushion that I got. So Parker, he trots down to first. He shook it off, and that's going to bring up number 15, Justin Urban. Strike on the first pitch of the at-bat to Urban, and counts 0-1. Urban told me yesterday he was hot. Let's see if he can stay hot. Ground ball to the third baseman, Lazicki. He fires over to Johnson. Ooh, looked like the umpire said he held the bag. I don't know. He did step off, but the umpire said he held the bag, and he called Hanna out. He called him out. And Urban's going to reach first on a fielder's choice. Lazicki to Johnson. Johnson did a nice job of stretching. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll have to check the film on that one. We don't have instant replay here in the high school world, so you just got to go with what was called. So Gates takes ball one to start his at bat. Night ball low, and it's 2-0 in the count. Logan Gates, left fielder for the Cougars, up. Urban, right fielder for the Cougars, on first. Gates, soft line drive to second baseman Johnson. And Urban's going to get back to the bag at first. Johnson looked like he wanted to throw it over there, but Urban never really was off all that far. The top of the order, Brandon Abreu now up to bat. Brandon got hit by a pitch one time up today, Hit a fly ball to center fielder. The first pitch of the game, he did get hit. He came around to score the Cougars' first run of the day. Now it counts 1-1 on Abreu. 4-year Kiski student. Where's Brandon from? He's from New York or something? Brooklyn, New York. So he's probably our furthest guy as far as distance from the school on the baseball team. High fly ball over the fence. Out of play. And it's that's right. Ben Dunkelberger's from the state of Washington. You're right. He's a Seahawks fan. I should have known that. 1-2 on the count. 2 out. Bottom of the fourth. Cougars got a runner on first in Justin Urban. And Mullen gets set, delivers, and Brave swings through an off-speed pitch. And that's the end of the fourth. No damage done on either side in the fourth inning there. First clean inning we've really had. And we'll be back for the top of the fifth right after this short break. Obama Academy 4, Kiski Cougars 4. 3 innings left if we can get it in before the storm gets here. We'll see you here back shortly after this break. High fly ball to start the inning by Schaub. Drops in that triangle between the left and center fielders and shortstop. And Schaub starts the inning with a single for Obama. And that'll bring up pitcher number 44, Jack Mullen. Mullen swings through a fastball from Zufall, and it's 0-1 on the count. Zufall comes set and delivers another fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Top of the fifth, 4-4 the score, and Obama has a runner on first. Another strike right down the middle, and that's strike 3. I don't know what he's upset about. Like, he might be upset about him to himself, but can't be upset with the umpire on that one. That was right down the middle. Brings up leadoff hitter Caleb Meyer. He's had a big day. Infield single to start the game, and then he hit a big triple to center field. Came around to score on the overthrow from the outfield, but he swings through high fastball from Zufall, and it's 0-1. Zufall shakes off the sign from Hahn, still shaking. Comes set and delivers. Ball down and in on Meyer, and it's 1-1. Meyer, dangerous hitter for Obama. I mean, he hit a long fly ball the last time he was up. He's got some speed. Fouls one back over the screen, and it's 1-2 on the count to leadoff hitter Caleb Meyer. One out in the top of the fifth. Counts 1-2. Shop still at first after a leadoff single. Zufall went with the off speed. Had Meyer a little bit out in front. Fouled it off the end of the bat to stay alive. And the count's now 1-2. Zufall going to work from the stretch. Gets his sign from catcher Hahn. Checks the runner at first, and he's off and running. And there's a foul back to the screen. Foul back to the screen, and runner Sharp. He actually looked like he had a little speed going down there. Got to pay attention to Sharp over there. So Sharp gets a lead. Zufall still in the stretch. 1-2 count. All high. And it's now 2-2. Starting to get a little dark. Might want to turn the lights on, actually. Yeah, go ahead and turn the lights on. So Meyer digs in, 2-2 count. And we're going to have time. Wind is kicking up, folks. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to be here. We're going to kick the lights on just in case we get delayed. Meyer back in the box. Zufall set. And he steps off. I don't think the wind's going to die, so, I mean, we're stuck in a windstorm now. Dust is going to be flying. There's a pitch. Ground ball. Second baseman Hanna gets it just in time, and Myers again showing his speed. That's a slow ground ball to the second baseman, and he almost beat that out, Mr. Clark. Meyer really quick down the baseline. Does get Sharp into scoring position, and that'll bring up shortstop Rawlings. Rawlings had an RBI single in the first, just over the glove of Hanna at second. He takes high and away for ball one. Sharp in scoring position at second base. 1-0 on the count with 2 out here in the top of the fifth. High fly ball to right fielder Urban, and he's not going to get there in time. It bounces away from him, and it's going to go into the woods for a ground rule double. It is what you said at ground one. So one run will score. Sharp will come around from second to score as the ball got by Urban. And Rollin will have to go back to second. It was definitely a ground rule double. And that'll bring up center fielder Clark Eam. So after a ground rule double, Clark Ian pops it high behind the plate. Hahn's back, and he makes the catch against the screen for the third out of the inning. But not before Rollins delivers a 2-out ground rule double to bring across the run for Obama Academy. And we're going to head to the bottom of the fifth with Obama up 5-4. And the meat of the order for Kiski coming to bat in the bottom of the fifth. So leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Cougars, number 16, pitcher Cy Zufall. He skies a high pop-up way out in front of that pitch. High pop-up to the shortstop, Rollins. And that's first out of the inning on one pitch from Mullen. Cougars trailing by a run here. Last inning, they scored 3 with 2 out and nobody on in the inning. They came scratch 3 across. Let's see if they can get a little rally going. There's only 1 out here. Catcher number 13, Tyler Hahn, at the plate. Curveball high behind him and over his head. Counts 1-0. Mullen's been on the mound for the whole game for Obama. He delivers the 1-0. Hahn strokes a deep fly ball to center field. But Clark Eam does a nice job of getting back, and he gets under it for the second out of the inning. Good ride by Hahn, but Eam had him positioned well. Makes the out. 2 outs in the inning, and now Sinclair up to bat for the Cougars. Sinclair had a RBI hit his last time up. There's the pitch up high. Counts 1-0. Ball high again. Ball high, and it's 2-0 on Sinclair. Mullen. I think he might want to be careful with Owen here. And he winds and delivers. Ball low. Sinclair makes it a 3-0 count. Wind blowing in. I think that affected Hahn's hit a little bit. Wind's blowing in because he got behind that, put a charge on it, but that wind knocked it down, and Eam made a catch. Sinclair does work that 2-out walk. The Cougars, let's see if they can have a little 2-out rally here again like they did in the bottom of the fourth. Strauss up to the plate. Yeah. Strike delivered by Mullen. And he's ahead in the count. No balls, 1 strike to the hitter, Strauss. Sinclair is gone. Strauss fouled it off down the first base line. Looked like Sinclair had a big jump over there and probably had that base stolen. Strauss swung at a strike, fouled it down the first base line, and Sinclair's going to retreat back to first base. Counts 0-2. 2 down here in the fifth. Not going this time. Strauss takes high for ball 1. It's 1-2. Mullen comes set. And Sinclair is going. And Gray misplayed the catch on his popping up, trying to catch that ball and throw it all at the same time to nail the steal and runner Sinclair. And he gets the second easily. No throw down. 2-2 on the count with 2 out. And there's that tying run in scoring position for Strauss. Big opening on the right side. Ball inside. No. Hit him. So Strauss hit by pitch. And that gets 2 on for the Cougars. So Wade Collins going to step to the plate for the Cougars. Senior first baseman. Tying run in scoring position is Sinclair. Strauss over at first. See if Collins can get a hit through that right side. Right fielder Meyer is pretty shallow, so I don't know if a hit to right's going to score the run anyways. Let's see what happens here. Delivers. Collins. Is a force out at second. These umpires are definitely confused. Yeah, he was standing on the back. Should be out. He was. He was. Yeah, he was out. So force out at second. So Strauss was out at second base on the force out. That's the correct call. And that's 3 outs in the inning. And we'll be coming back for the top of the 6th right after this short break. Obama Academy 5, and Kiski 4.